you have any artificial plates or limbs?
Not really, no.
Would you,
Yeah, do it. Woo. Hey.
All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another fall day and another Rock and Roll Geezers show, your weekly rock news outlet. And got a a bunch of doozies this week, of course. Riot Fest being in the news. Fred Durst, good old Fred. He's making a big move. Gene Simmons, he's been in the news, not for his chia pet head either. Yeah, Motley Crue, Taylor Swift, Iron Maiden, Dave Grohl, Ozzy, Green Day, all sorts of things we need to talk about, but can't do without the Oracle of Aurora. That would be my co-host there, Doc Wax. What's shaking there, Doc?
All right, man. Yeah, we're gonna stick with that one, huh? Oracle of Aurora. Huh?
I
We're
think
going
that's
with
pretty
that.
cool. I like it.
I don't oppose it. No, I won't argue with you. All right, yeah. Great batch of stories this week. Yeah, we always have a wide variety, but this week got some good ones to pick from. So thanks for everybody for checking in. If you're just stumbling upon us and fortunate to do so, and we are fortunate that you are here, please subscribe so you don't lose us. We do this every single Monday, give you the rock and roll news and rock adjacent news and wacky and important and interesting stories. And yeah, like I said, good variety this week. Starting off with a tragedy that's kind of posing a lot of questions, man. Really.
Well, this is odd. Yeah, here we go. Riot Fest. This year's Riot Fest happened. You went there, Doc. You went there on Saturday.
I was there for Saturday. Yeah.
Apparently, this happened on Thursday, according to the
Sunday.
Well, I know. That's what I was going to ask you about because then the article is wrong right there. But the headline reads: Riot Fest deny dead festival attendees injuries occurred during the Slayer comeback show. So apparently, what happened? This guy Stephen Schultz, he was 58 years old, so he's not a young pup, but he was there with some friends and family, and they lost track of him when he went into the crowd, deep into the crowd. And next thing, it says here that next hospital the next day, he had severe head injuries. And then his family saying that based on all the scrapes and bruises on his arms and legs and a brain injury, he appears to have been trampled. Ay, 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 ay. Well, and then the autopsy says the results were inconclusive, so they really can't tell. And it's like you say, it's just a tragedy. I'm sorry, it's nobody's fault. I'm probably not any. In terms of maliciously wanting to kill him. It's called Riot Fest. You ran into the heart of the beast. And who knows what happened? Maybe you had a heart attack. That's a tough one. And they said actually that he wasn't injured during the Slayer set, as if that really mattered. But they said that it's the Riot Fest officials say that its on-site medical team responded to an incident before the band took the stage. So there's all sorts of wacky, weird stuff going on. But and it's sad and tragic. But life, life isn't safe, man. Who knows what really happened? Maybe he did get trampled, and if that's the case, shame on the people. But at the same time, I've been in crowds where there, you're pinned, you're pinned, and you're basically going to have to move with the crowd because there's nothing you can do about it. So that's a really tough situation. What do you got to say about that?
Yeah, there's some things that aren't quite adding up on this. So yeah, the friends are saying they're there and they're waiting, as the crowd builds up, waiting for the show to start and getting packed, and they lose their friend. He's 58 years old, so yeah, older guy, and I'm guessing he's trying to get more up front and getting deeper in there, and they say they found him, that they serviced him, that the medics took care of him over near the Ferris wheel area prior to Slayer's performance. And then now they're saying, out of respect for the family's privacy, we will not be sharing any further details. So,
What
can both things be true? I'm kind of thinking, is there a scenario where he went deep, as you say, into the belly of the beast there, and really just got like I was at the Descendants show I was talking about when I was talking about where it just got to be too much, and I had to get out of there. And maybe he vacated off to the Ferris wheel area, and at that point he just dropped or something
boy,
from injuries he sustained in the crowd.
wow,
But
what a mess.
I don't know. That's kind of what I'm drawing out of this. I don't know. They're not really giving a whole lot of details. They're pretty vague on it. Like I said, they're out of respect for family's privacy, not sharing further details. But
Boy,
yeah,
oh
from
boy,
what
oh boy.
the friends that went there with them are saying, and what the Riot Fest officials are saying, that's the only way I could see where the two of them could both be true. But
Yeah,
yeah,
those are
what a
two
definite.
totally opposite scenarios there. Really, how can you be in the belly of the beast and at the same time, be at the Ferris wheel, which I'm sure isn't anywhere near the belly of the beast.
No.
The
Well, like I said, unless he did
venue
it, well, I can't imagine him going to the Ferris wheel area unless he was just totally just trying
totally
to get away from
gone
the
or what?
crowd and just I don't know.
Jeez.
But
Well, I'm surprised it doesn't happen more, quite honestly. you know, really, just wow.
here's the discrepancy he had on the Thursday. He died on Thursday, October 3rd. So this is
Oh, okay, that's what
week
we're
and a half
talking
or
about
so
then.
after the show.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Have you ever seen the Wall of Death, Doc? I just recently saw this where instead of a mosh pit
Oh,
in the
where they just
middle,
run into
they'll
each other?
separate
Yeah.
themselves and run into each other like a bunch of maniacs. I'm surprised we don't have more deaths.
There's gonna be some
When,
decapitations, man, going on or something, man. That's just
when you see the
that's
Wall of
pretty
Death,
rugged, man.
God, it's like the fight scene on the Anchorman Ron Burgundy movie, Jiminy Creepers, it's horrifying. Gosh almighty. But what a shame, you go to a concert to have a good time, but uh, who
So
knows
yeah,
what
obviously
happened.
Slayer, they were totally unaware of this, going on. They're doing the show as usual, and they have no comment on it, nor should they really. I don't
Yeah,
think it has anything to do
they
with
got
them.
nothing
Yeah,
to do
really.
with them. No,
Yeah.
no.
So
Wow, man, bummer. So, oh, jeez, what a drag.
yeah, rest in peace, Steven Schultz,
True that,
rock
my
and roll
friend.
warrior down, man.
Yeah, you got that right. Here we go. Here's an interesting one. It caught our eye. There he is. I love this outfit. Fred Durst. I saw him this summer. Limp Bizkit. I saw him this summer. That was fabulous, man. That was very hard rock and very cool. I dug it. I knew it would be. I knew it'd be a good show. But Limp Bizkit and frontman Fred Durst have filed a lawsuit against Universal Music for 200 million, claiming the band never received any royalties until recently. This is according to Consequence Heavy. Wow, baby. Wow. Yeah. So, Durst lawyers allege that Limp Bizkit and possibly hundreds of other artists have, quote, unfairly had their royalties wrongfully withheld for years due to a, quote, fraudulent system created by Universal Music. So, this will be one we're really going to have to pay attention to. Hopefully it has teeth. That'd be great. Durst explained that he had been informed by UMC that he had not received any royalty statements because UMC told him over the years that it was not required to provide them since his account was still so far from recoupment. Wow. Durst recoupment. I love that. Durst representatives suspicious that UMC was wrongfully claiming plaintiff's accounts were unrecouped suggested investigating further. So this will be interesting. The discovery phase will be interesting. We'll see how much Universal Music has to hide, because discovery is always one of the more interesting parts of a lawsuit because that way you get to dig up all the evidence, and get the ball rolling. So we'll see what happens, boy, because they were big. I mean, if they didn't make money back when I heard their songs constantly on the radio, I mean, really, and they were back then, they still sold CDs. So they should have made a whole bunch of money. If they didn't, I hope they recoup some. What the heck? He made a
Well, they're saying
boatload
they
of money
stole
this summer.
43 million in recoupment expenses.
Mhm.
So, they always cook the books with that, man. They always, if you've seen, I've seen different documentaries where they talk about how record companies can't lose. They always break even with the bad ones, and the big acts are the ones where they make the money. So they never lose. They always get that money back. But to think, they've been around 25 plus years now, to think that they haven't recouped that money from when they were, big, I don't know. Something smells rotten in Denmark. And the thing is, one of their representatives, one of Fred Durst's representatives, brought it to their attention, and they did release a little over $1 million to the band, excuse me, and 2.3 million to Durst Flawless Records. So it's kind of like after they got called out on it, say, okay, yeah, here's some money, but I got to think that that's just a fraction of what they really got coming. So sounds to
Wow.
me like they, I mean, who knows? I mean, behind the scenes, but sounds to me like they got a legitimate case. 200
Well,
million sounds like a really, really large number, but
well,
I don't know. We'll
what is it?
see.
UMG, UMC?
UMG, yeah.
UMG is liable to plaintiffs for tens of millions of dollars in copyright infringement, if not more. The suit continues. Indeed, plaintiffs allege that the amount owed to them by UMG following the rescission of these agreements will easily surpass 200 million. So, this is going to be one we'll have to keep an eye on. Just don't settle out of court. Come on, let that sucker ride. Really, this will be cool. And the lawsuit is seeking to avoid the band's record contract and give the band back the copyrights to its music. It's also seeking copyright infringement damages. So they're going the whole 10 yards here, man. Let's see what happens
Yeah,
with
it's going to
that.
be, some layers to
Woohoo!
this one for sure.
Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. But that
And
was it.
Fred, he's just the guy to do it. You know what I was just reminded of recently?
He
You
should
ever
go to
heard the
court
story?
dressed like he should go to court dressed like this right here. I
Right.
mean, he really should. It looked like
I
a
just recently
porn
reminded you. Ever heard
producer.
that story where Eddie Van Halen and Fred Durst? You ever heard that story?
Yeah, with
Yeah,
the
where
military vehicle or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah. So I guess Eddie was jamming with him or something and wanted his guitars back, and Fred wasn't real responding about getting them back to him or whatever. So he shows up his front yard in a tank, and he was
Yeah,
quite compliant after that. He
pretty.
gave him his guitars, but yeah,
Well, but yeah, back then
crazy.
they made it. They had some cool songs. That's why I went and saw them this year because I dug some of them songs.
Yeah,
And
not my thing, man. Not my cup of tea. If I was
I was
like, youngster at that time when that came out, yeah, I'd probably been all over it. But nah, just yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but good for him. Fight the good fight, Fred. Fight the good fight. Here's
Yes,
somebody
indeed.
who's fighting a weird fight. That'd be one crazy ass Gene Simmons. There he is. Yeah, looking good, Gene. Yeah. Well, he screwed up. Gene screwed up. Let me tell you, he was on that, what is it, Dancing with the Stars. He was one of the
There you go.
judges. He served as a guest judge alongside whatever, Carrie Ann, Bruno, and Derek for Tuesday, October 8th, Hair Metal Night. It was the Hair Metal Night episode, Doc, of Dancing with the
Ah,
Stars.
there you go. Yeah.
Yeah. And the evening began with the opening dance to Kiss's Rock and Roll All Night. Wow. And it was choreographed by Pasha Pashkoff. You can't beat that, can you? Where the hell that is. And it
Yeah, I
featured
don't know.
Whitesnake
Don't
and
know if I want to.
Trans-Siberian Orchestra guitarist Joel Hoekstra. But nonetheless, boy, apparently Gene was more interested in the babes than actually the dancing itself. It says, for instance, Reginald Vell Johnson, the actor, everybody knows. Hey, Reggie, you got a beautiful woman right beside you who can twist it and turn it and knows how to move it and all that. But I want to tell you, as a guy that's been on the stage for half a century around the world, I'm kind of a big deal, Reggie. It's all in the attitude. And you've got something in that beautiful face. They love it. Right there, that tells I hate Hollywood so much. I always have.
Just
Crap
yeah,
like this, crap shit like this, just
yeah.
what's that one on Fox where they sing in costumes?
Oh, the Masked Singer. Yeah,
Oh, gee,
that thing's still on.
yeah, it's still on.
Oh,
But
Jesus.
it's just like Hollywood at its worst. And what do you think you are going to get when you have Gene Simmons as a guest host?
Exactly. That's Gene being Gene, man. I wouldn't have expected anything else. That's exactly what I would have expected, and that's what you get. I mean, what else is he going to give to a dance contest? Come on, man. He's Gene Simmons, man. It's not like he's Janet Jackson or Paul Abdul or something, man. He's Gene Simmons. What's he going to give to a dance
Yeah,
contest?
yeah,
He's going to talk
yeah.
about how good looking the women are, man.
Yeah. So the show was getting totally ripped for having him on there. Hey Gene, I just want to remind you that this is a dancing show, not a beauty contest. Respectfully, never come back, please. And thank you, Dancing with the Stars. Yeah. Holy cow! You can really tell that this guest judge is racist and sexist based off the scores that he's giving.
Oh,
One
geez.
person wrote.
Of course,
This
everybody is. Yeah.
this is absolutely ridiculous and disgustingly shame on you guys for having him as a judge. And then, okay, so he's getting all crapped on and everything. But
He
no,
don't
no,
give a
no.
shit.
Here we go. We move over to Blabbermouth. Blabbermouth.net. Gene Simmons, the headline. I stand by every word I said. Dancing with the Stars. You don't really expect Gene Simmons to back down. He doesn't back, he is what he is. Yeah. So, and he says,
I'm
this
just
is a
saying.
this
Oh,
is
go
a
ahead.
brand new experience for me, and it's difficult to look at you and to figure out which one is more hot. Gee. So yeah. So he says he doesn't regret a damn thing. Hey, what the hell? Yeah.
I'm thinking though, for the hairband episode, who would have been more of what they would have wanted? Maybe a Brett Michaels, maybe, I don't know, but
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
One of them guys, for crying out loud.
But
I
Gene
mean,
will do anything, man. He'll put his face anywhere. He don't care,
how about the lead singer of Foreigner? I hear he's not doing anything now,
right?
thankfully, or are they? They're probably still on tour, and who knows? Who cares? But yeah, so Gene, he don't give a crap.
Maybe grab you a Klaus Mine. Get
You
Klaus up
know,
there to
and
judge
I'm
some
sure
dancing.
be quite honest, I'm sure every word he said was true. I'm sure they were very, very attractive, with fabulous moves and whatnot. And hey, next time hire a dancing instructor if you want a serious dancing judge and not some kind of Hollywood crap, which is
Right.
all. This is just all Hollywood crap. And
Just
they competed to classic hair metal songs from the 80s, including Living on a Prayer, You Give Love a Bad Name, Walk This Way, Cherry Pie, The Final Countdown, of course. Of course, gotta have the final countdown in there. We're not gonna take it. Come on, feel the noise. Nothing but a good time. Here I go again, and rock you like a hurricane. So they hit all the freaking bells and whistles on that one, Doc. Jeez. Oh man. So there you go, Gino.
yeah. Sorry, I missed it, man. Not really.
I'm sure. Yeah. So there you go. Gene Simmons, just wow. I dug him. He, like I say, he had a little band playing around for a little bit here, and they're a good rocking little band, and stay away from Hollywood. Jeez, it's just what a cesspool of crap. May I say that? May I say that
Yeah,
on the show, Doc?
absolutely. It's just yeah, you're right. Just everything on the mainstream media channel networks is just so phony, and you get a real guy like a Gene in there is going to say what Gene says.
Yep,
They
yep,
can't
yep.
have that.
Oh yeah. Well, there you go. But anyway, moving on. There they are. There's Motley Crue. Remember, Doc, you talked about how they're doing their club tour out in L.A., right?
Yeah, oh yeah, their takeover, their L.A. takeover, as they're calling it, I guess.
Their legendary club tour. Yeah. So that's been going on now, and they had to make a grand entrance. They had to make a grand entrance to their tour, and so it's no surprise how they did it. But what do you say we take a look at it, Doc? Right about now.
Oh yeah. come and finish up there. So
Ugh.
yeah, they're trying to be the nitty gritty, down and dirty, white street trash. Instead of pull up a limo, pull up a garbage truck and getting dumped out and everything. But you see Vince there. He's all roly poly and barely get up and everything. It just,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know, man.
I
To
know.
me, that video would have looked better if it was in reverse.
Yeah.
They
Yep,
were
yep,
going
yep,
into
yep,
the
yep.
garbage truck and being driven away.
Yeah,
I don't know,
man.
man. That's kind of a stunt that a lot of people are criticized and ridiculing quite rightfully, quite honestly.
Well, Motley Crue, whatever. They made their money. They can do what they wish. But yeah, a lot of people saying, well, yeah, just mocking them for it. But at this point, they really don't care. Shit. And they're that song they put out is really it's not doing anything on any of the platforms. So, you know, uh, times are changing, man. Times are freaking changing. I mean,
Plus, somebody has to put that video out where it's in reverse, where it shows them getting picked up and taken away with the trash.
oh
That would be so
yeah.
much better. That
Oh
would be so
boy.
much better.
Oh, that'd be
Oh my
great, wouldn't
gosh.
it?
All right, which
Oh,
one I'm thought of it? I'm going with Tommy.
yeah. Oh, it's gotta be Tommy.
Yeah, Tommy
The-
thought of it. Nikki joined right in, and then Vince and John Five were just like, yeah, whatever. And
yeah,
Vince's like,
yeah.
yeah, as long as somebody's gonna help me up, I'll be okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what a bunch of goofs. But yeah, they're still going, I guess whatever. They're still going. It's weird. It's just weird. It's how you know, our generation, or my generation anyway. They're, because I started listening heavily basically in the mid '60s. I started really paying attention to music a lot, and all basically the '60s guys are gone, and the '70s guys, boy, they're just falling off left and right, and now the '80s guys are they're all
Hanging on, trying to
just
hang on,
basically
yeah.
hanging on, and it's just a what what a drag, what a drag it is getting old. But Motley Crue falling out of dump trucks or falling out of garbage trucks at their age. If that's what they want to do, more power to them.
I wonder what's really in those garbage bags. It's not garbage. It
Oh,
should be. It should be.
that would be banana peels and crap falling
I
out.
would hope that the prop guy responsible for that would have switched it out, like put really,
Put
real garbage in
yeah.
there. But yeah,
If Tommy had any balls, he would have come out with like a banana peel on his head or on his shoulder or
right, right.
something. No, oh yeah,
Coffee
yeah,
grounds on them. Yeah, coffee
yeah,
grinds
yeah,
on them.
garbage man, yeah. How bizarre. Jeez. Oh, here's something that's not bizarre. Oh, I like this picture of her. Oh gosh. Oh, geez. There's Taylor. She's looking unkempt, disheveled, if you will, or
I
disheveled.
would say, well, we're trying to keep her clean, but I'm saying she looks like she just
Yes.
finished an activity.
Yeah, washing dishes. Good for her. But
Yeah.
anyway, also good for her. She's stepping up to the plate like Dolly and so many others. She's throwing 5 million into the Hurricane Helene and Milton relief efforts, and she's helping the Feeding America organization so that they can help these people get fed. Because things are just tragic down there. All towns blown away. Just washed away and crap. So yeah, good for her. Well, we all know she made just a boatload of money on this summer's tour. Just
Oh, yeah, still
The
making.
Eras
Yeah.
tour. Yeah, yeah. Gave her each of her semi drivers, all 50 of them, $100,000 bonus checks besides the regular pay. So yeah, she's not a stranger to giving the money away, and good for her. Good for $5 million, and like we said last week, there should be a lot of people stepping up. A lot of these mega millionaires stepping up,
Yeah.
and I'm sure a lot of them are. They're just not, throwing it out there. But obviously, somebody is as big as Taylor Swift. If she makes a donation, everybody's gonna know. So, yeah, good for her. Let's see
Well,
who
we heard
else.
the guys from Metallica put 100 grand, and
Hmm.
then Dolly 1 million plus had some other fundraising things going on.
Well, her and
So
her whole
now,
organization is going to be like 5 mil, and then I think Walmart's matching that 5 mil, and
okay, yeah.
so a lot of really, and they're
You know,
still
it sounds like other than, Metallica, 100 grand, which, nothing to sneeze at, but it's like the ladies are really stepping up. We need
yeah,
the,
isn't that something? Yeah,
we got some guy billionaires out there looking at you, Bruce.
yeah,
Jay-Z,
yeah,
come on, guys,
yeah, because yeah, exactly. The billionaires, you could throw 100 million that way. You could easily do think, jeez. Although their money's tied up in various whatever, so now that they got cash laying around to throw, but at the same time, yeah, let's step up to the plate big time. Jiminy
Although
creepers.
semi-related, I just saw this story where, speaking of Jay-Z and being a billionaire and giving out money, I guess he had a cousin that hit him up for $4,800 and turned him down, man. So, no, which to
Yeah.
him is,
Well, no,
50 cents to us or whatever.
what it was the equivalent of, it was the equivalent of asking a guy making $50,000 for a dime. A
Yeah,
dime.
yeah, okay, yeah.
That was the equivalent of that they put in there. I don't know if that's true, but
Right,
I
right.
wouldn't be
Yeah, I haven't
surprised.
done the math, but yeah,
Billion
that's probably
dollars
about
a
right.
lot of money. So yeah,
Your
whatever.
cousin
Jeez.
needs 4,800. Yeah, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, who knows the
I guess
inside
that's why they're
story?
billionaires, I don't know.
Yeah, they're stingy as hell.
You can't
Stingy.
bring it with you.
Can't take it with you when you're
Never seen a hearse
gone.
hauling a U-Haul trailer. Doesn't work that way.
No, man. Oh boy. So yeah, Taylor doing the right thing, and I'm not surprised. We've been seeing a lot of good deeds by her, so good for her. And that's all I got to say about that. Oh yeah, moving on. Here we go. Where are they? The good boys of where are they at? The doggone it. I'm kicking back here. There's the good boys. Iron Maiden. Iron Maiden. By golly, love them. Saw them back with one of the Ozfests before Sharon pulled the plug. Yeah. That was a great concert. Geez. Can't remember who else played. Geez, it was all a blur back then, Doc. I don't understand why. But yeah, I did see him backing up Black Sabbath and Ozfest. But it says here, according to Access TV, Netflix is set to premiere Run to the Hills, the story of Iron Maiden in March of 2025. Going to be directed by Dave Morgan. It's going to explore the band's history from their 1975 formation to global superstardom, highlighting their iconic stage presence, mascot Eddie, and both their successes and challenges over 5 decades. Mascot Eddie. But I'll tell you, they are such a unique band in the rock situation because not only do they, they don't have to worry about transportation around the world ever because they not only do they own their own jet, but the freaking lead singer is a pilot. So, he can fly them around wherever they need to go.
Right? You talk about self-contained bands; they take it to a whole nother level, man.
Yeah. Although, he may have reached the age. I don't know. I remember we talked about this, probably last year on how he was reaching the age where he might have to mandatory, boom, quit being a pilot, of a big rig like that. Big rig, a big
Right.
air rig like that. But regardless, what a self-contained band. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure they got bedrooms on the, yeah. Hell with the hotel. We'll just go back to the plane and crash, and then we'll leave in the morning. Yeah, what a unique band. And of course, he's he's a the lead singer, cancer survivor, uh, just author, poet. He does many things. So good for them. I think it'll be pretty interesting, quite honestly. I want to hear about Mascot Eddie because I tell you, you know how I feel about these stupid, big, over large
Right.
things on stage. Jeez. But yeah, whatever. But like I say, back in the 70s, I'm sure, when minds were exploding, and you see this big thing on stage,
No,
you're
I think
probably,
mines are still exploding.
well, in the wrong way, though.
Yeah.
They're not, it's not sunshine and
Oh, I think the
flowers.
youngsters are on a lot of hallucinogenics and
Well,
mind-altering chemicals.
well, they're on something. But
But
regardless, that'll be interesting. In March of next year, so still got a ways to go. But Yeah, I'm looking forward to checking it out. Boy,
Yeah, it's gonna be on Netflix called Run to the Hills. They're getting kind of getting the big the big treatment here. So they've had other, there's other documentaries. Obviously, they've been around a long time, so they've
I
had,
don't
I've
believe
seen
they're not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame yet either, are
well,
they?
that's what I'm kind of hoping is maybe with this exposure is going to kind of get some buzz going and maybe get them over the hump to get in the Hall of Fame. So they weren't even nominated last year. They were the year before, didn't make it. So they've been kind of here and there, been nominated a couple times, three times, I think, but have
Yeah.
not gotten the nod. Hopefully, this will, like I said, kind of stir up some buzz and maybe push them over the edge. I
Well,
hope so.
yeah. If any, yeah, they deserve it. Come on, good riddance, man. They're classic. They got shut down by Sharon for crying out loud. They're classic. Yeah. So let's hope. Let's hope. That cooler heads prevail and they end up where they belong. Doggone it, goofy ass people. Swear to God. And of course, it wouldn't be a show without a Dave Grohl update. Of course, we have a Dave Grohl update. Crying out loud. And man, oh man, I'll tell you what. We all sort of figured this. Where is he? There he is. We all sort of say, "Oh, what the hell did I get into? Son of a bitch!" Yeah, we all figured that the Foo Fighters would be on indefinite, if I may use that finality, an indefinite pause. Sure enough, Foo Fighters, they're going to be on a pause for a while. Let me read the whole article here, courtesy of AlternativeNation.net. It says here, Foo Fighters could be on pause for a while as Dave Grohl makes last ditch efforts to win back his wife, Jordan Blum. Grohl was reportedly given an ultimatum after infidelity bombshell. According to the Daily Mail, there you go. Love the Daily Mail. They always get in on this. And is now trying to divert his focus and,
I
quote,
like
be
that term.
divert his focus.
Yeah,
Yeah, instead of some other strange poontang, yeah, I'll divert
yeah.
it back to Jordan. He'll, quote, be there for Jordan on the day-to-day things she wants. He thinks the marriage is salvageable, so why not try to fix it? An exclusive source told the publication. They went on to say that Bloom has decided to give him one last chance to repair the relationship. She gave him an ultimatum to figure it out, and he wants to regain her trust, the source said. He has to focus on her. That will be his best chance at getting back to what they had. Well, that ain't going to happen, but Dave is focusing on her needs. The source also revealed that Grohl's baby announcement was made with the intention of staying with Bloom, revealing his affair and baby in the first place was his last ditch effort to save the marriage because Jordan knew about it well before the world found out, they explained. He would rather remain married. Bloom also allegedly asked Grohl to pause recording and touring to focus on his personal life. He can always go back to it if they get better, the insider says. She hasn't felt like she has been number one for a long time. Boom, baby.
Yeah, dude, you can read between the lines on that one. He is basically at her beck and call, dude.
Oh, yeah.
She ain't gonna fart unless he's there to smell it, man. Dude, she's gonna be running his life
She,
from here on out,
she,
man.
she just walking around
Everything.
going, cha-ching,
Yep.
cha-ching. How
And he
much
just
are you
knows
worth?
it's cheaper to
Cha-ching.
keep her. That's what he's thinking. It's cheaper to keep her, man. If I go
Happy
through
wife,
divorce,
happy life, man.
well, not only that, but if he gets the divorce, dude, he's gonna get taken to the cleaners and then some,
Oh,
man.
yeah. And
So
he's bummed. Dave's bummed. Here's a headline. What site is this from? This is from Rock Celebrities. The headline: Dave Grohl hates his new image as scumbag after being a rock god. Insider says.
well, yeah, he's cultivated this image as nice family guy, and now it's shot
And
to
now he's
hell,
just a
man. So
scumbag. Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. He's gone from being rock god to scumbag overnight. It's changed the dynamic and he hates it. One source recently shared with In Touch magazine. He admits he was wrong, but he's under total scrutiny. He has no freedom. He's offering up phone text messages and constantly apologizing and going to therapy. He's trying to be a good dad, but at the same I just slipped right into the southern accent. He's trying to be a good dad, but at the same time, it's frustrating, and he doesn't understand that these things can take months, even years to fix. They've been married since 2003. None of them wearing their wedding rings anymore. And oh, geez, what a big fat dope. Is that what can we call him a big fat? He may be. Well, he's a big fat dope. You big fat dope. Gosh Almighty. So yeah, and Foo Fighters.
Yeah, she's got him wrapped around her little finger right now, man. There ain't no doubt about that. So, well, you know what?
Hey, you played a game.
You made your bed, lie in it, man. That's what you got, buddy.
Good call, man. Because that's about what it entails. So there you go. Moving on there though. Oh, there's a sad picture, Ozzy. Yeah, Ozzy. Well, it says here, Ozzy admits, he's still maybe a bit of a stoner. Headline: enemy site. Headline: Ozzy Osbourne admits he's not completely sober and is tempted to return to stronger drugs amid health issues. And the subhead: the Prince of Darkness reveals that he occasionally uses marijuana. So what? I would too if I was if well, my body is in his kind of shape. Wait a minute here. Time out. Wait, my body isn't destroyed too. Time out. But Ozzy Osbourne has admitted that he is not completely sober and he's been tempted to use stronger drugs. And we all know he's just been totally a nutcase. And he's not completely sober. Yeah. He's got Parkinson's. He underwent spinal surgery last year. Total mess. But he revealed, I'm happier, but I'm not completely sober. I use a bit of marijuana from time to time. He also went on to share how his wife Sharon is his motivation to avoid harder drugs, adding that she, quote, kicks my butt all the time and would make life so difficult if he were to dabble in his old habits. Well, that's probably a good idea. Even with marijuana, she will effing find it and get rid of it, he says. The Mr. Crowley singer, I love that, also opened up about trying ketamine after a recent surgery. Oh, I'm not too familiar with that, but he said, I went to a doctor recently, started to have the ketamine. He put a tiny bit in me, but that was enough to spark me. The thing came back and weighted my brain. Wow. So yeah, he's still
dude. You hear an awful lot about ketamine lately, man. That's what killed Matthew Perry, man. It's used as a psychedelic in a controlled environment, and it helps with mental issues. I mean, depression. I'm not really sure, but it's one of those things. Yeah, if you get on out of a controlled environment, it's just used recreationally, and people just tripping their balls out on, I guess, and quite addictive from what I understand. Which is, I don't know.
That's all we need. That's all we need. Another addictive substance.
Where's Ozzy buying weed? Is Ozzy like going to the local dispensary, and shuffling in and
I need some Granddaddy Purple. You got any Granddaddy Purple for me? Thank you.
Got any Northern Lights left? Yeah.
I've got some original strain Panama Red for you. If you need some of that, just let me know.
Got some flowers or a dab.
All these crazy names, the Girl Scout cookies. I've heard of that one. That's really interesting. All these weird names. I've heard them through various websites and whatnot that come across my feed. It's very odd names for that stuff. I have to stay away from that for sure. But moving on anyway, hey, I love this story. This is a good story to end with. Green Day, good old Green Day. There it is, Green Day Dookie. Dookie, hello, Dookie. So Dookie was released, like 30 years ago? 30 years ago. This is from the site Louder. Hang on, let me downsize a little bit here. I'm gonna there it is. Yeah. So this is from Louder, and they're this is very interesting. This is so odd. Green Day is celebrating the 30th anniversary. You figure, oh, they're gonna remaster it, like all so many people do. We're gonna remaster it and really refine it and all this crap. I got a version of Woodstock albums that was remastered, and I hate it. I played it once and never played it again. But anyway, uh, uh, they're introducing each track on Dookie on an obscure, obsolete format, and it is totally pointless. It says here, let's just go through it. The listening experience is unparalleled, sacrificing not only sonic quality but also convenience and occasionally entire verses. Green Day releasing each track on Dookie on obscure and obsolete formats is the most brilliantly pointless genius idea. This is amazing, dude. This is like the best. This is the most
I
pointless
don't know who
thing
came up
ever.
with this, but this is, dude.
So
Think of every. All right, first of all, this album's got 15 songs on it. Okay, so now they're going to think of 15 useless formats to put it on. 15, and
yeah,
boy, everything you can imagine that makes sound, they've used, and it's we can go down the list here, and well, the thing is too, before we get into that, you go into a drawing, you get submitted into a drawing to get one of them, but there's only one per customer. I don't know how many there are of each of them. I couldn't find that. I don't know if you see that, but it's one per customer, and you have to like kind of like explain why you want that format. It's kind of a
wow.
thing like that. So if you were to be able to buy all 15 of them, which nobody would be able to, it'd come out to it was like $635 is what would come
Wow.
out for all 15, but nobody could buy all of them. And I don't know, just one of those things that's gonna be collectible, or is it, trying
It
too
just
hard to be collectible? But this is just
but
so
so
bonkers. So let me go down the list here real
do
quick.
it, do it.
The first one, song Burnout, is available on a player piano roll.
Play your piano roll. All right. There's bound to
Second
be a
one,
player piano out there somewhere that somebody can do.
oh yeah,
No,
yeah,
number two.
yeah,
Okay.
and throw some Green Day on there. Yeah, having a blast on floppy disk.
Well, sure, sure. Okay.
So how
Somebody
many
get out
people
the
can even
Commodore
play a floppy
64.
disk? I mean, yeah, right.
Get out the Commodore 64. Come on.
Number three, Chump threw a Teddy Ruxpin doll.
Daddy, right. Yeah. Dig
Now
that.
this is one that I don't get. The Longview, the probably the biggest hit of the album,
Right.
on a doorbell.
Oh, how about
So is
that?
it playing the whole song on the doorbell? Is
Well,
it
they say it might
just
be missing some verses in the article. They said it'll probably be missing a verse. So it may just be the hook or whatever. Who knows?
maybe just the main riff? I don't know.
Yeah. That's
Welcome to
cool.
Paradise. You can listen to the high quality of a Game Boy cartridge.
Oh, yeah. Game Boy. Outstanding. Don't
I
have
don't
one,
get
but
this one too much, but song Pulling Teeth you can listen to on a toothbrush.
oh, so they got toothbrushes that you can listen to music
I didn't
on.
know there
That's
was
great.
audio on any kind of
I'm not
toothbrush.
surprised.
I don't
I'm
know who
not
has that
surprised at all.
format, but whatever.
Not surprised.
And here's your favorite, Murph. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, Billy Bass. Yeah, Billy Bass, man. That's the one I'd be proud to own that. Shit.
Doing
Yeah,
Basket Case, one of the big hits off the album.
you
Do the
betcha.
Big
Which I
Mouth Billy
played in
Bass.
bands. Yeah, I played that song in bands. So Billy Bass, that's crazy cool. Have him sing some of that. Moving on, moving on.
She threw a hit clip. I'm not familiar with a hit
Not
clip.
familiar with that. Nope.
I don't know what that format is.
All right.
And here you go. It had to be in there. Sassafras Roots on an 8-track.
Oh, of course, got to. God, I hope it's split between
But
tracks.
that's
Just so
what I'm
you
saying
gotta.
though. If it's just one song though, I mean you'll have it on the same track. But yeah,
Well,
it's
no,
gotta
I
be.
hope they got it split between all four tracks so you keep
Is there
getting
some kind of
interrupted.
right?
Like the actual 8 tracks. God, that used to drive me nuts. Oh,
Oh
you
yeah.
youngsters have no idea. You have no clue what we went through.
That's all you had for in the car, man. You just
Yeah,
throw it
baby.
on and
Yeah.
it was always the same song. Every time you listen to it, you just get used to that part. And then later on, when you get it on CD or cassette or
It's
whatever,
still in your mind.
it's still in your
You still
mind and it
can't
freaks you
lose
out
it.
here in the
Yeah.
whole,
And now it's
the
driving
whole.
me freaking nuts. Okay, moving on.
Yeah.
What do we got
Moving
next?
on. When that comes around on a wax cylinder. How many people have access to play that on a wax cylinder?
Nobody.
With the
Nobody.
big bold horn, coming out of there.
Sure. Yeah.
Coming clean on an X-ray record, which I find fascinating. People don't know what the X-ray records are. In the Iron Curtain days, back in the Cold War days, the folks behind the Iron Curtain couldn't get records from the West,
Okay.
and they would get bootlegged in as X-rays, but they were actually records. But they're X-rays, but they have the grooves in them they were super low quality, and it was mostly, from what I understand, like European kind of dance music, whatever, techno music, back in the '80s. But yeah, putting Coming Clean on an X-ray record. I would love to have one just to
that's
have it
crazy.
played. I wouldn't put it on a good use a good stylus on it though.
Yeah.
Number 12, Eminus Sleepus, Through an Answering Machine.
All right.
I just imagine it's on like those little cassettes you used to get,
Sure.
put in the answering
Absolutely.
machine.
Yeah. So when people call you, yes, they can play some Green Day for you.
It was a failed format, the mini disc.
Ooh.
In the end, it's coming out on a mini disc. I don't know anybody that has a mini disc player. I'm sure somebody does out there, but
boy,
they've stuck to it, and now they have a reason for it.
Yeah.
14 FOD through a Fisher-Price record, man. The old wind-up little record player. There's like a little plastic thing. Is that what the ones they're talking about? Where they're like a quarter-inch thick?
Oh yeah,
and then,
the one I'm looking at, red with a white top and a yellow stylus. Yeah, very cool.
And then finally, number 15, All by Myself, through music coming through a music box.
Oh,
you're gonna do it on the music.
Sure, turn the handle or whatnot. And,
I can't imagine the work that went into transferring the music to all those formats. I can't. Wow. What
that's
what
brutal.
an undertaking. What a project.
Such obsolete formats. My gosh. Yeah.
You said you'd go with the Big Mouth Bass, huh?
Billy Bass, baby.
I'd probably go with the X-ray record one. I think probably just out of the curiosity of that. I think I'd
not to be confused with Billy Bats from
no.
Yeah, right, from the bar scene. Yeah, Billy Bats. He didn't do too well, but no, Billy Bass. Give me something I can hang proudly on my wall every time I walk by. The motion sensor. Boom. He starts singing to me. That'd be great. Freaking hey, that's a crazy way to end the show there, Doc. My gosh, wacky stuff. So, what did we learn? What did we learn today? Anything good or the usual stuff?
Yeah, well, we learned that if you ask Gene Simmons to judge something, he's gonna be Gene Simmons. Yeah,
he may not judge the right part, but nonetheless, he's a good judge.
Yeah, we learned that. Seems like the women are putting up the most of the money for the donations here. Step up, billionaire guys.
Women. Love the women. Oh, jeez.
We learned that Ozzy's still smoking weed.
Shame.
And we learned that Dave Grohl is totally under his wife's thumb for a while. Yeah.
There you go, man. Well, take this puppy home, brother.
Yeah, sure. Thanks so much for dropping by, everybody. So glad you did. We're so glad to do this for you every week and sort through every story and find the ones you think you'll find of interest as we do. And thanks for joining us. Please tell a friend, like, all that good stuff. Subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff. And please join us next week when we'll do this all over again. Have a great rock and roll filled week until then. See you then.